what are the key components and pillars of a playbook that is going to lead to, repeatable wins for the first, 10, 20 reps?
Yep, cool. So we'll break it down. There's two big buckets. There's the process, and then there's the qualifying matrix. Okay, let's start with the qualifying matrix. The qualifying matrix is just the acronym or checkbox that you understand if they're going to buy, right? BANT, very common one: budget, authority, need, timing. MEDDIC is really popular in the enterprise, and there's a bunch of other different. We use GPCT if you want to Google that at HubSpot. So you start with a common one, and then you can customize it. The iteration that few people get with the qualifying matrix is, in addition to the sales qualifying matrix that tell you whether a customer is going to buy, you need to complement with a customer success qualifying matrix that tells you if a prospect does buy, will they succeed? Because there's certain expectations, like perhaps getting IT involved or perhaps getting the end user bought in or whatever, that salespeople don't need to do to get the signature, but do need to do to set the CSM up. So you really need
like adoption, for example.
Yeah.
Like, do you have the right stakeholder who's going to drive that?
Exactly.
Because you can get the deal done, but unless you have that person, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get some business unit head excited about it, but like, are the end users going to hate this? And is the IT person going to be bombarded? They had no idea this project was coming, right? So it's like, so you have to have both the sales qualifier matrix and the customer success qualifier matrix. That's that side. Okay. On the sales process side, that guides the salesperson on how to go through. And there's 5 pieces to the sales process. There's the buyer journey, prospecting guide, discovery guide, presentation guide, and success guide. Okay. So a lot of people leave out the buyer journey, and all the buyer journey is like, imagine a buyer who has no idea that your product exists, but has the problem that you solve. So it's like, how do they talk about that? Like, how do they talk about the problem at the awareness stage, at the consideration stage? How do they think about solving that problem? How do they make a decision on what to buy? And how do they define success? So I've got some examples online about, what a buyer journey looks like. And sometimes you can just be like, hey, sales reps, here's the buyer journey for our buyers. Go do some discovery calls, and then come back to me and tell me where they are on the buying journey. It's a beautiful way to get your reps oriented on discovery, okay? The prospecting guide just helps you figure out how to get meetings. The discovery guide is usually a 1-pager of example questions that you might ask at each stage of the discovery process. The presentation guide is like 3 or 4 examples of pitch decks that allow you to tailor to what you find. And the customer success guide is the onboarding process.
You're listening to Accords from Vendorship to Partnership. For more sales and startup insights like this, please be sure to subscribe here or at inaccord.com/podcast. Thanks for listening.